Hi, welcome to the vlog. This is gonna be a fun days in my life for the next couple days. I'm going to a winter market here in the city, and then I'm going to a little Christmas town. It's not a Christmas town, a couple hours from here, so it has like a cute little Hallmark Christmas town vibe. I have dinner reservations there as well, so I think that's gonna be fun. I'm also doing a photo shoot. One of my old classmates is a photographer, so I feel like I'm gonna bring you guys to that shoot. I just help them out with their portfolio, you know? I'm gonna be heading to the winter market soon, so if you watched my last vlog, you know that I dyed my hair like this color. Guys, I'm sick of it already. So I'm just gonna try and do like a nice thin layer over all of my hair with black dye. I miss just having jet black hair. Bye. Christmas market was kind of a fail because we Ubered to the first market and we didn't have tickets and they were full. So we couldn't get in. A lot of people couldn't get in. It was just a fail. Like looking around, like what else can we do? Because we had family over. So we Ubered to the other market and it's dead. Like it's dead. I'm kind of getting hungry. So then we left there and then we went to another little market, which was more of the vibe. And there was also like a mall near it, so we did that and we ate, and it was good. I'm being dramatic, but a little bit of a fail. I work in the morning, so this is what I do to have a cozy night routine. I got some more face masks. I don't know what face masks to do. You can't go wrong with hyaluronic acid, right? go again. I'm dyeing my hair again because I'm tired of the blue. I'm gonna dye it black, not a blue black this time, a black, and see if it works. I'm using Manic Panic because that's like the only thing that was at the store. So let me split my hair into sections and then get to work. I don't like the way that this smells. It is the morning and I dyed my hair black. I will show it in better light. There's like a little bit of blue in there, but it's the color I initially wanted and always wanted. I also just have some eye masks on because I have to go to work today, but I also am doing a photo shoot for a friend later. So I'm just getting ready now, and this makeup is gonna have to last me all day. I was going to chat a little bit about what I'm reading currently, as I do when I get ready. I started reading dark romance. I don't think I've ever actually read dark romance, and I think I realized that when I picked up Lights Out. I'm like, okay, I actually don't think I've ever read like dark romance because I hear so much about it. Ultimately, I really liked it. And so I'm like, okay, what's another dark romance that's a vibe that people are reading? And so I stumbled upon this book called Green Light. Okay, y'all. I have something to say about it as a whole and not specifically like any book because I don't know how transferable the themes and plots are in dark romance, if it's all similar or not. I almost like am intrigued by it because of the psychology of these characters. I'm like, why does this person think the way they do? But then like they give context to why they think the way they do, and I'm like, oh, this is like so interesting. Like maybe I'm not reading dark romance for the purposes that other people read dark romance for, but I just find it quite fascinating that dark things can really resonate with people, even though we wouldn't want that for ourselves or for our loved ones, or you know, like we wouldn't want bad things to happen to people, right? But reading about morally black or morally gray, whatever, men somehow. I also started reading King of Malice, maybe it's Anna Huang, and I never read one of her books before, and I hear so much about her and I don't hate it. I don't know how I feel about billionaire romances. They're morally black to me in a way sometimes, because I'm like, if you're a billionaire, you have to be exploiting people in some regard, right? And I don't know if I'd want that in a husband. I don't care if I'm at the top. Like he in King of Malice or whatever, he drops her a black Amex and a ring, and he's like, that's what every woman would want. Da 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 da. And in my head, I'm like, money is just not the like top thing that like makes a man attractive, you know? Like it's a nice thing to have, obviously. I just don't know how I feel about billionaire romances. I don't know if that's like really my thing. A lip stain would actually really work because I think that will last on my lips. So that looks pretty good to me. Dark romance has made me really think of other people's conditions, and ones that like we often don't see, because if we see it, you know, it's like portraying addiction. I feel like I'm always rooting for like these characters to get help and be better, you know, through the trauma they faced. And it's trauma that's so rooted in real life and like things people have gone through. There's a lot of things that I have to overlook, and I'm like, let me just act like I didn't just read that line. Let me just act like I'm not reading this scene right now, because what is going on? Maybe that's not a good thing to do, but I love light themes in romance. I love yearning, like Ali Hazelwood's Two Can Play. Oh, I ate that up. That was so good. I very much enjoyed that. I love video games and like them being two game developers. Like that was so cute. Anyway. But anyway, I'll talk more about dark romance and what else I've been reading. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. This is what I got when we went to that little small town. It's the cutest little blackberry necklace. I think it just goes with my vibes perfectly. Yeah, I'm gonna head to work. We'll see what happens after if I can get to the studio on time. Can you tell I've been crying? Hopefully not. Today wasn't the best day. At least it didn't really end well. I don't know if any of you are on a journey in life that you really don't know where things can go or what can happen, and you only have so much control, you know? And there's some things you have to surrender to the universe for sure. And I think that today was just one of those days where it just hit me. You know, I've been trying this journey of being a freelance artist, being an illustrator, eventually being an author, doing YouTube. YouTube has been like the only thing that's consistent to me that I can control, that I can work towards. That has just been so fulfilling to me. And I think that like December is just like a month of shedding. I kept saying it's a month of shedding. And like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with tarot, but like when you pull the death card, it's that end of a cycle. And I just truly feel that is the case with December's. Even last year, I felt that. And great things came in the following year. I don't know if you guys have been on that journey that I was saying, and how difficult it is to really pivot in your life and do something completely different, completely drastic, not knowing how lucky you can turn out with it or not. A lot of things are in our control as people, you know, how often you practice that skill, how consistent you are uploading those videos. Like there's things in our control, and we have to like utilize that and use that obviously to reach that outcome that we want. We have to put in that work, and I feel like I have been for a while, but just getting hit with something that feels like similar to a rejection or something, a setback. It's hard to not like be faced with everything that you've done and question it when you reach that setback. But if anyone is sharing that same journey, there's things that I like always have in mind and I keep in mind that I remember in times of doubt. One of the quotes is, I think I seen it on Pinterest, is like, you only fail when you stop trying. And there was another TikTok I seen where this woman was saying that like, she doesn't want to work to make someone else rich. She wants to have slow mornings, not have a stranger raise her kids, not live for the weekends, be able to have time to cook food. Like there's so much things that like this day and age, it's so hard to live a slow life. I know there's like a lot of things that come with saying like a slow life, but people deserve to live the life that they want without having to sacrifice so much of themselves for it. Like just having to like make sure you book the day off to just get a doctor's appointment, or really living for the weekends. Just not being able to go outside and be free during the day while the sun is up. Like at least what I did, I had to be on a computer and in an office sort of thing. I just realized like I'll never take that for granted again. And I think it's important for people to just like have an unwavering sense of self in knowing that you deserve the life that you want, and to not settle for less. Do what you have to do in the meantime, but I hope and I pray that everyone is able to make that a reality for themselves. I think the power of manifesting is so important. Like that's why I pull out my journal and I do this sort of thing. And if I didn't have that basis, that foundation of manifestation, I think right now would be a time where like I'd question if I would just go back to what I was doing before. But because I've worked so hard and had that resilience, I know that I can pick myself up from times like this and recognize this as like a shedding. You know, and it happens, and it doesn't mean that you won't get that accepted letter a year down the road when maybe you apply somewhere else, or you won't get something almost seeming miraculous happen to you. But you just gotta be smart and work for it and do all that you can to make that reality happen. As someone who exists online now, talking about difficult things feels liberating to me, to feel like I'm not alone. And I don't think I realized it now, but when I got like this tattoo, I really realized what this tattoo was for. And it's about community. It's about seeing the people around you, existing with the people around you, and realizing you're not alone, that so many people are on this journey with you. And I think that makes everything less scary. As scary as it is, being vulnerable, even on the internet, can feel so liberating. This is like the human experience, is experiencing ebbs and flows in our emotion and learning to work through those things and having a strong foundation. And so I'm just here to say that, you know, if you're going through something, you're not alone. If you're having this December shedding, you're not alone. And it's just a cycle and you'll feel renewed again. Maybe not that many external things happen to you, but you emotionally feel that shedding, and you've went through the motions of feeling complete and content at the peak, and then you come back down again emotionally. That is what like those moon phases represent to me in my head. December is preparing you for the pivot, and yeah, just to know that you're not alone. This drink has chlorophyll, lemon, carbonated water, and then some honey, and it tastes really good. Literally ignore all the gifts because it's literally the 23rd and I need to finish wrapping. But anyway, I'm literally in just like my grandma outfit. Like this is literally my grandmother's sweater. But I'm just going out to my friend's early birthday dinner and it's a chill vibe. Wow!
Because why would I pour it in a mug, you know?
Hey y'all, it is post-Christmas and I thought I'd share a little bit of what I got on Christmas, just some cool things. I literally hardly ever wear jewelry, but I'm obsessed with what I got. So I got two things from Pandora this Christmas, which is crazy. It's this ring from Pandora. I love the moons. I literally have a moon tattoo like on my sternum and it's so pretty. It's so me. And then I also got this like charm bracelet from Pandora. It also is a moon and a star, a lot of moons and stars, and I love it. It's so cute. I've been asking for this, okay? Because it's a dupe for the Bianca Latte. Is it Bianca Latte? I don't know what it is. It's like the Lataffa Eclair or something. A cute candle from Bath & Body Works, white tea and sage. And then I got the set of the sticky dates. I also have the shower gel, but it's in the shower. These smell so good. Then I have this big box, which literally I asked for this, but seeing it in the flesh is just so rewarding, which it is from Fable England. I absolutely love this brand. And then this is the quote they had. A wounded deer leaps the highest. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, just me holding this up next to me, like, shout out to my boyfriend. This purse was just meant for me. It also has like long straps. Let me see if I can do some ASMR right now. And the embroidery, like this is just so beautiful. I love unique purses like this. I love purses like this. The other purse I have is like a Min Mon bag. Just gorgeous designs going on with these brands, truly. She's upgraded. This charm, it's from Etsy, and the shop owner also added stickers, so I put them on here. The sticker. There's a sticker behind the pop socket, and this sticker as well, which is so cute. It all has to do with being a night reader. And I also got this cuter pop socket, which I was just sick and tired of the one I had before. So my Kindle just looks really cute, and there's just a little charm. Like, this is so cute. Okay, anyway, I just feel very grateful for everything that I've got, and yeah, the love that is shared when giving and receiving gifts from people. I think soon, in a couple days, I'm gonna go see Nosferatu. I have a date at midnight with Nosferatu, so I guess this vlog I haven't really shown me like doing a lot of illustration and reading too much, which, oh my gosh, reading books. Speaking of my Kindle, reading books, I started getting into dark romance. I did not think I was going to be a dark romance girly. I didn't even know what was happening in dark romance. Like, I just never really explored that. I kind of started with like, maybe I started with romantasy, but then I didn't really like romantasy, and I just started with like romance books, which I never really am a contemporary anything type of girl, but I liked romance books. I liked Ali Hazelwood. And then I was like, let me try dark romance. I tried Lights Out. I have a video called DNF for Keep, and you can see my reaction to the book there. And then from there, I'm like, oh, dark romance exists. Like, let me explore this since I actually like this book. And I came across, yes, Jessie Hall. Girl! Girl! She has me in a chokehold right now because, okay, I read Green Light by Jessie Hall. There's some things about dark romance where I literally have to read and then ignore. Like, there's no way I just read that. Like, that's very concerning. I'm gonna ignore what I just read. But then, oh, there's so much to say. I think I'm learning what I like and what I don't like in dark romance. And I learned what I don't like when I read God of Malice. They're too young. Like, everyone's too young. And like, they accelerated. They're like, why are they so young? Like, why are we making characters young in dark romance? Like, they really don't need to be. Like, they don't. Like, they're going through enough. Like, why are they like 19, 20 pushing? Like, I'm 21, you know? And I'm just like, oh, they're 19, 20? Like, I can't, right? Doesn't that say something? What I heard the guy in God of Malice, he's like, what, 19 or 20? I'm like, oh, immediately no. Immediately no. I seen what I needed to see, immediately no. And I think I also realized by reading, which is not dark romance, but I started King of Malice by Anna Huang. I think I don't like billionaire or like super rich people books. I feel like they're so disconnected. Like, I feel like they're stuck up, but they're not stuck up. They're just kind of like, I feel like I would not be friends with Vivian from King of Malice or whatever the guy's name, Dante. Like, they both seem annoying to me. Because how are you rude and rich and like run people? You know, like, be humble. I don't like when people are like not humble and like, I don't know, their wealth is like so front center. I don't think I like billionaire romances because like billionaires have to be unethical, because why do you exist, right? Why do you need that much money? Anyway, so I don't know if I like reading about it that much. I don't know if anyone else feels like that. Like, I feel so disconnected from reading about super rich people unless it's in a very compelling way. Like, I never read The Secret by Donna Tartt, but when I watched videos explaining it, like a full like rundown of it, I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like, I don't know if I would have read this. I would have got real annoyed with every single one of you, but it's interesting because I don't know, they're weird. And I just think I feel very disconnected from super, super rich characters that have like no humbleness to them. Like, you're dropping that much money out of nowhere. Like, that's like, there's a whole rant about capitalism, but there is a balance of like spending your money, getting yourself a nice bag and but also charity and giving money or helping others around you, something. And I don't know, the characters in King of Malice, at least Vivian and all of them, I'm like, everyone's so stuck up and like, it's just crazy that like they're so authoritative. At least Dante's so authoritative, which like he has to be, I guess, because like what his like job is. I don't even know what his job is, but I don't like guys like that. be humble, be nice, be sweet. Anyway, I don't think I'm a billionaire romance girly. I never thought I was going to be. I didn't even know that that's what it was with King of Malice, but I gave it a try. I might finish it. I don't know how I feel about it. Green Light by Jessie Hall. I think I found it interesting reading about characters that have struggled a lot, you know, that had hardships and it affected their lives in a lot of negative ways, and that comes out in their character. I actually thought that was interesting because I don't think I've ever read a book like that, because I'm such a sci-fi fantasy girly, so everything's kind of through that. And this was obviously contemporary, like set in real life sort of thing. The main characters, like, they weren't good people. They were not good people, but their story was compelling and the reasons why they did things was compelling. And somehow you still root for them, even though, oh my gosh, they're so toxic and really should not be together. Green Light, like, aside from a lot of the things in the book where I'm like, I'm just gonna ignore that I read that, like, what is going on? The mystery in the, I don't know if it's like the second plot, like the underneath plot that had like this mystery going on, I was wrapped in and compelled because I'm an oblivious reader. So if there's any sort of mystery going in a plot, trust me, I'm not seeing the twists and turns. I'm probably not seeing the twists and turns. The plots were just so entertaining and gripping for me. I think when people do crazy shit in books, I'm just entertained. Like, in all genres, I'm so entertained by people doing crazy shit. So I think that's why I liked Green Light. There were times where I'm like, what is really going on? Like, you did not just do that. You did not just say that. You did not just do that to her. You did not just do that to him. It deals with a lot of like heavy stuff. And I'm just like trying to read it in context of the characters and who they are and what they're into. It's not supposed to be romanticized, what's happening. These things are not supposed to be things that are like, ooh, I'd love this for myself. Like, no. I think it's just very compelling stories to see. And it's nice to see these characters come out of their hardships and like work through their traumas, because that's something that everybody deals with in this world, is dealing with their traumas and their hardships. So that in the form of a romance, I think I really enjoyed. I don't think I've ever read a book like these dark romance books. And toxic, honestly, reading about toxic relationships are interesting because I don't live that. I'm not having that for myself. But the drama of y'all having it is crazy, you know? I started reading a little bit of this book, which is The Starving Artist Myth, which is actually quite interesting. This is a Canadian author. It's a Canadian book. And if you're an artist in Canada, or you're trying to start your own journey of art or business that has to do with the creative industries, or you're just wanting to go into the creative industries, I honestly think I'd recommend this book to you. It has like a bunch of jobs and careers. I think it's a really good resource to have. I think it also goes into like taxes and all sorts of things. So if you're an artist, especially in Canada, I think picking this up will really, you'll probably learn something new, or will help you on your journey. But anyway, that's my update. Bye.